Hello. So today we're going to continue on what I started. This is Loc'D and this is Bree also, and I have been not so good on making sure that I keep my personal reading tracking spreadsheet up to date. Shout out to Jennifer for making this for me, and I'm coming to y'all humble to talk about how I'm going to get this done. I thought of many ways on how to make this not as long, and one of the ways was I would do some editing or fixing my tracker on screen and some off, but I did want to go through and tell you how I did it, and I did screen share. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. So as you can see, I have my story graph on one side and I have the Loc'D book tracker, and you can see me going up until January, so you can see what I have read, and it says like It Girl, Spare, Beneath the Sky, all of the Shannon McGuire ones, Sister Mine, Killer of a Certain Age, Radiant Black, all of those books that I read in January, because I won't lie to you, I just inputted those a couple days ago. Today is April 13th. So I am very behind, meaning that I only put like 2 books on there when I first got this spreadsheet. So I'm just really trying to walk through what it looks like and how I do it, or get everything situated. I also love to keep Storygraph on the other side, because if Storygraph is on the other side, that means that I can see exactly the books that I read, the star rating that I gave them. You'll also see in here that there are times where I either rounded up or rounded down. It depended on how I was feeling when I put them on my personal book tracker. And I just want to show y'all, how I did it. And also for February, I just try to make sure that, the books were all put in. I made sure I have DC Horror Presents, Murderville, Murderville 2, Happy Place 2, Treasure, An Unquiet Mind, Into the Riverlands, Radiant Black 3, The Hacienda. I tried to make sure I had the Court of Thorns and Roses, the Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun, Finley Donovan Knock 'em Dead, Finley Donovan is Killing It, The Midnight Bargain, which I really liked, even though I knew, and The Famish Road, which was a Black Classics. So now I'm going to take you through me adding in April, because we did January and February and March. And I'm going to Storygraph to put up April so that we can get started and see what's up here. So as you can see that there is some manga. April was giving lots and lots of manga, and you're probably like, why? And that's because I do 30 manga in 30 days with Shay from Shay Geeked Out, and I do it with Isabel, and I also do it with Ashley. I'll put their handles in the description box below, but that's why this month you're going to see a lot of manga. So here I'm just putting in like Some Things Wrong With Us volume 4, which I really liked. I need to finish. I think I have a bunch of copies of Something Is Wrong With Us on my thing. I also have a full collection of the Spy X Family up to volume 8, but I do know there are other volumes that have come out since then. And then I'll just continue to put in Something's Wrong With Us volumes 4. And I'm wondering for y'all, when y'all do y'all spreadsheet, do you make sure that you have everything on there? I know what you can't see is like the hours and the star and the publisher and all those things, and I didn't think that would be interesting to you, but if it is, let me know, and I can think about doing a part 2 if I have the space to do it. But I just wanted to show y'all of like going through of how I'm trying to update this freaking spreadsheet that I have neglected for so long. And hopefully we can get through it. And I got the side character love story, if you are looking for a manga where the love interests both are kind of playing coy and they both have like an intense version of social anxiety, that is the book for you. That really is the book for you. For me, the main character was really annoying me, like the things that the choices she was making, and then also the words were so tiny. Like I have 22 vision and I could not see it, so it really got me out of the story. Like if the writing was a little bit better and the boxes were placed better, then I can get into it. Also, we have Blood on the Track. It's very popular in book 2. Blood on the Track, I've read up to volume 11. I think I have up to volume 14 or I have up to volume 13. So I have 12 and 13 that I need to finish. And, you know, I'll show you what they look like even. So let me get those out. And I hope you can see this in this little bubble. But that is 13. And then this one is 12. So yeah, that's, you know, what I have going on there. And then also The Drifting Classroom was a 5-star read for me. It follows a story of this guy who is, not this guy, these children who classroom just pretty much disappeared. And I felt really bad because one of the kids, he got into an argument with his mom and then he disappeared and couldn't find his mom. And it's kind of like that book Lord of the Flies, kind of. It's like what's happening into this book, into the series, I should say. It's 3 volumes, I believe. 1, 2, or 1, 2, and 3. I'm unsure, but that's what's that. And now we're going into Monster, volume 7, which I really enjoyed reading. And I also really enjoyed reading The Spite House too, even though we're past that now. And then I also enjoyed the Drifting Classroom volume 2. And I also enjoyed the rest of the books that is on this list, like The Lost Lad and all those things. I just really appreciated that manga because it's the 2 main characters are characters that I've never seen before in manga. So The Lost London Lad, or The Lost Lad London, was really good for me. And, you know, I was very appreciative of it. And as you see, again, you see me going through trying to figure out how to put in the right title and to, you know, make sure it corresponds with everything and make sure everything is good to go. And Fragments of Horror, y'all, it was just as scary as other Junji Ito books that I've read. So, and now I'm just putting all of the Aprils together because when I try to start a new month, because I'm backlisted or just haven't updated in a while, when I try to start a new month, I just either put as many of the month in that section, and then I try to put as many as the titles as well. So now I believe we're going to go to another month. Shout out to me. And we're going to do April a little bit later, but right now we're going to just focus on making sure I give them the right star rating according to Storygraph. And I wish that like in the future when I do another tracker like this, I'm gonna, if Jennifer is gonna do it, or I'm gonna have to figure it out, I'll have to put those half or 0.25, you know, type of ratings in it, because it just made doing it this way just forced me to do like a really like hard, like, okay, if it's 3.75, am I gonna make it a 3 or am I gonna make it a 4? Like, it just really depends. Like Blood on the Tracks volume 8, I was thinking like, well, I would do it more of a 3 than a 4. So, and I think I even came back to it and looked at it, but it's just trying to make sure that the stars correspond with Storygraph was a challenge in this one. But I think that it's something that could be remedied for sure. I don't think it's something that I can just keep there. I think that I can figure out how to put that half mark and go ahead and work with that. So I'll just have to find that half mark, or even how would I even signify if it's like 3.75. You know what I mean? Like how would I signify that? So that's that. I might have to change those stars to actual like number ratings, and that may make it a little bit easier, even though the stars is more aesthetically pleasing. We all know that. We do. We know it. We know it. We hate to know it. We hate to say it, but it is true. So yeah, so that's what we have going there. And here you can see me going ahead and putting to like the pages I read or how many hours, because that's really important, right? We want to make sure we're doing that. Of course we want to make sure we're doing that. So now we're going to move on to May. And I'm, again, like I did the other ones, I put a couple May in first. I'm probably going to add more May, but I put a couple May in first. And you know, May was a complete wash. I don't even know. I think I read 8 books that month. And yeah, I read 8 books that month. And I wanted to read more, but I was doing so much travel between May and July that I just didn't have any energy for anything. So as we take the story graph to take us to May, so Let Love Rule, we all know I did that for It's Our Birthday, which is a vlog that I started for my birthday about 2 years ago, and I try to every year read memoirs by people who were born on the same day as me. The Silver Coin is a comic that is horror, that is one of the scariest ones I've ever read. Book 3 through March, book 1 through 3 is what we read for the Realm of Comics book club, and if you're interested in that, you can go over to Ashley from Bookish Realm channel. It is called the Realm of Comics, REALM. Also, even though I was really annoyed with Vera Wong being very like overburdening and like just in everybody's business, I did like that book for the most part. And then The Personal Library was 5 stars. It was a banger. I don't know why I didn't rate it or give it a review on Storygraph. I may have to do that at a later date. And then My Dear Henry, a Jekyll and Hyde remix. I enjoyed that one as well. And you know, here I am again putting in the star ratings, the hours listened, or the number of pages, which is very important. So I, you know, went through that and trying to make sure that's good. You can also see that I'm going back just to making sure that everything is, you know, working. Thank you for riding with me while I'm trying to figure out of how to get my my tracker together. And as you've seen, I only got into June and I only read 1 book in June. And I do plan on to get July and August wrapped up, and maybe I can do 1 more of these before the year is over. But now y'all know, I hope y'all not judging me. Just let me know, like, what are some things that you do to help you stay on track when it comes to inputting books in your personal tracker. Also let me know why you prefer a personal tracker over just using like Storygraph solely, or Goodreads, who sells your reviews solely. So just let me know of like what has been a better option for you. And thank you for watching this video, and have a wonderful day. Bye.